Good evening, and welcome to the first installment of Mindset Mondays. This is a segment I'm starting in order to help us improve our mindset and outlook on the way we approach the things we're going through within the world and in our daily lives. Our mindset is basically just a set of established attitudes that we have. My big thing first with this, especially with the way the world is going right now, is have you developed your own attitude, or are you still using the ones that your parents instilled in you growing up? So a lot of us have an antipathic look towards Mondays and the beginnings of things that aren't considered joyful, like work, school, etc. So what I wanted to know is like, have you used that mind? Have you still stuck in that mindset that you were given and indoctrinated into, or have you created your own? My big thing I want to tell people, and I've learned throughout life, is that you have to. It's imperative that you create your own mindset towards the way the world is going and towards the things that you encounter personally. Uh, so, like one of those things is like that helps affects our mindset is like, are you open minded? Are you want somebody who accepts new ideas and are willing to change your perspective as new information is presented to you? Are you a free thinker? This kind of goes hand in hand with being open minded. But the free thinkers is a little different because they also allow themselves to create their own dynamics and own outlook onto things. Like they don't follow the status quo, and they're more so looking for what's going to benefit them the best and how their outlet could be the best for them in order to navigate something with as little stress as possible. Do you? Which one do you subscribe to the most? Another thing that I wanted to address is the group think, which is very common right now, and it's something that we were taught in schools, and it was developed early into the. It was developed early on during the Industrial Revolution. Once people started working together and they started realizing, made it seem like they thought that being a team player would make people more productive and such. And that type of thinking pattern has kind of trickled down into so many other aspects of life. One big thing is with us being in this pandemic right now, the whole vaccine thing. Whether you're for the vaccine, whether you're against it, whatever your viewpoint is, it's like, did you create that viewpoint, or did you watch the media and either choose to go along with it, or did you just choose to be one of those people who like, I'm gonna go against it, or were you somebody who sat down and was like, this is for me, this isn't for me, this is why it's for me, this is why it's for me, and I'm gonna stick to that, and I'm gonna allow other people around me to think and have their own opinion as to what is the best option for them. I personally have that last view, as I think that it should be a personal choice. Some people, I think it's the best option for them, others not. But we're going to get off of that topic because I don't want to dive into this becoming a COVID debate. Um, my other one, are your decisions made to fit into certain parameters? Do you feel like your life is based on a certain set of rules and standards that you have to follow in order to get to the place that you want to be? And also, did you set those standards, or are those ones that were set for you? Especially like one thing that I want, like we kind of battle with right now, is this men and women debate. Like, is your viewpoint of opposite sex one that you created through your experiences? Is it one that you've kind of just picked up throughout life, or is it one that you're kind of constantly allowed to change and flow based on your interactions with people? And this is a big one, especially right now because of the separation between all of us, with so many restrictions and rules being in place with how we can interact with each other in public, and the way we can travel, things of that nature. So, what my big thing on that point is, when how are you letting that affect the way you move? So with a lot of people, they get in these, like, some people get heartbroken, and all of a sudden every guy is a dog, a piece of shit, etc. And then let's flip it to the other side. Same thing with men. When they get their feelings hurt, then every woman's a trash slut. She just using you. She's a gold digger, etc., etc. It goes the list goes miles along, going both ways. Uh, so, at the end of the day, my whole thing is what I say to this is, at the end of the day, you have to take a step back and create these things for yourself. And with the way we are flooded with over information, with the media just putting out everything for clickbait, it's more for capitalism than to actually educate you or teach you something. It's more just to get a reaction out of you. So, and my final point is, are you making a decision or are you reacting? And so at the end of the day, that's the biggest question to all of these things in life. Because we are reactionary creatures. Actually, a good book that I've read that's on that is called The Power of Habit. How about it's like about 85-90% of the things we do are just habitual. There's things we've learned, it's an automatic response. Are you taking that time to slow down and actually think about the response you're giving? Or are you just going on along with the automatic response that pops up to your head? This is also important in higher stress situations, like when you're angry or irritated. How does your mindset shift? When you're angry, are you immediately reactionary? Are you ready to flip off the wall? Or are you taking the time to step back and breathe and understanding that what's happening may not be happening directly to you? It may be something that's happening at work that you just happen to be a part of. Maybe your friend or something is having a bad day and they snapped at you or something. So instead of you actually taking it personal and yelling back at them, did you take a moment to step back like, maybe this person's having a bad day. But at my overall thing is, let's move forward with the way we look at things and take some time to really sit back and think about the decisions we're making, how we're making them, and how we're looking at things. Because the more negative we look at things, the harder our life is going to be, the more stress is going to be. When you look at your Mondays dreadfully and like they're going to be the worst thing ever, it's also why 9 o'clock at Monday mornings is the highest time for heart attacks in America, where the most people die. Is because that outlook, oh, Monday's starting, it's a stressful week, this is going to be this, is going to be that, instead of having an outlook of it's Monday, it's an opportunity, a new chance for me to grow, to be better, to develop myself into the person that I want to be. So with that, I'll be back Thursday to go a little more in depth with this and kind of break down certain mindsets and perspectives and kind of give a little bit more information on how you can improve it. But what I wanted to leave you with today is just that question of, am I reacting or am I making a decision? Thanks. Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon.